Hello Aries, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your next 3 months tarot reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. Remember, these readings won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you as always. So let's see what we have for you, Aries. We have the Magician with the 3 of Wands. This is October. The 10 of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Cups. Male or female with the court cards. So what I've done, Aries, I have taken your yearly 2022 tarot reading and I've taken out the relevant months. We have the Magician in October. In November we have the 7 of Pentacles, and in December we have the 6 of Swords. As always, take what resonates. So we will look at November for you. What do we have for Aries for November? Angel, spirits, guides, message for our lovely Aries. Thank you. Thank you. We have the Hermit. Four of Swords, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what we have in December for Aries, please. We have the Page of Wands, the Empress, and bottom of the deck we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, Aries. So in October, we have the Magician. The Magician is somebody who understands how to manifest an idea into reality, and that can bring change to your situation. We generally want to manifest something when we're ready to move in a different direction or change something that doesn't work for us to something that does work for us. So this is where you're manifesting. The Magician is, like I said, is the alchemist, somebody who turns base metal to gold and has a complete ability to do that. So whatever you are manifesting, you are in your power and you're taking action in October. You have your eyes set on your target, your intention here, and this is somebody who is using the full power of their capabilities with blessings from God, Spirit, the universe to manifest whatever they desire. Now Aries, the 3 of Wands is actually an Aries card. This is somebody who is shaping their world. They are taking steps in a particular direction. They know what they want, and they have sent those ships out into the distance, and they're waiting to see if they're going to be successful. So this could be where you have put out feelers, you might have, been pursuing a particular path or a number of paths. This is somebody who is now waiting for those ships to come back to bring news, to bring success. So, and the ships are coming back. The 3 of Wands is the energy here. If you can see the ships on that harbour returning, they're not quite in the harbour yet, but this is the first signs of success, where whatever you have taken action towards, something good is coming your way and there's real optimism. Things are gathering momentum here. But it's where you might have broadened your horizons in some way and pursued a particular path and feeling very uplifted here. That is the energy. Now, the 10 of Pentacles is one of the great money cards of tarot. So we have to touch on this in the sense that it can represent long-term material wealth, stability, success. So for some of you, you might be pursuing an avenue where you're achieving greater material wealth, security, stability. Even if you're not experiencing that right now, this is a card of, well, this is what I'm taking action to achieve. Long-term stability and security, and it can be for you, can be for your relationship, your home, your family. So the 10 of Pentacles is one of the wealth cards of tarot. When it appears in a reading, it's always a very good sign that if you are, certainly in money areas, if you are pursuing a path, this would be to employment, this would well be to promotions, this would be to broadening your horizons, to gain more success, recognition, status changes. This is a great card to say, you might be climbing the ladder in some way. This is a lovely energy. So very, very good in terms of money, career, business, goal achievement as well on the money front. So it's a lovely energy here, Aries. The other meanings of the Ten of Pentacles that I just want to touch on, it can be about retirement. So some of you might decide that you're ready to retire. You might be taking steps and feeling pretty positive about this to retire. This can also be an energy of inheritance, family money as well. So yeah, even family businesses. So, you know, that can be that kind of energy on the money front. Now, the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who, for me in business, because I've kind of started on that theme, would naturally be HR. It can be somebody who you're leaning on for support as well in terms of love, friendship, family member. This is somebody who's very caring and compassionate, very motherly energy, very kind energy. So it might well be somebody supporting you on your journey. This might be somebody who is underpinning your emotional balance and security in some way, keeping you going, keeping you on an even keel, supporting you in that way. So this is a lovely energy in that front here, Aries. So yeah, this is what I'm getting. For some of you, it could be HR. For others of you, it could be somebody who is supporting you on this experience. Now, Aries, in terms of love, romance, relationships, the Queen of Cups can be somebody who is connected to our heart. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is generally representative of long-term committed relationships or marriage. So you would have been with this person a long time. This, however, looks like in October, if there have been issues between you, because it might well be somebody wants to get that stability back in the relationship. It might well be, if this is kind of like carrying through the next 3 months, somebody may have, I want to say maybe in terms of love, romance, relationships, you're wondering whether to turn your back on a situation or not, or whether something can be transformed here. These are the decisions that you might be making in terms of the value of it to you, in terms of love, romance, relationships. Now, this can be in terms of family. It can also be in terms of relationships too, the Ten of Pentacles. And if it is to do with relationships in Aries, the Seven of Pentacles can be taking stock. It's of the value of us. It's you've got history with this person. You've considerably put some time into this relationship, whatever this relationship is. And this is somebody who has taken a step back to see if something can be healed. The Queen of Pentacles is a very healing energy. So this is the energy here, Aries, where you might be taking that step back to see if you can get that stability back in the relationship, if you can heal whatever has happened here, or do you turn your back on this relationship completely? This is that kind of energy here. So that's what I wanted to say in that respect, and I'm kind of carrying that theme through because, you know, we do have in December Six of Swords. This is about healing again. So Hermit energy, Four of Swords, even the Queen of Pentacles, these can be very healing, nurturing, regrowth energies. She can be all about getting that stability back in terms of healing and regeneration of a relationship. This is the energy here with the Six of Swords of healing. The Nine of Swords, something might have caused you stress, worry, anxiety, where there might have been uncertainty. But this looks like somebody's given a go to renew something with somebody, because the Empress can be renewed love. She can be where you don't feel lack. Now, this can also be moving in a different direction as well and embracing healing. It might well be there's a decision to make here. But for the majority of you, this feels like whatever has been causing you stress, worry, anxiety, it feels like that's calmed and reassured with the Six of Swords. And you start a brand new beginning, and it feels like with somebody. This is generally where we don't feel lack, where we create something new or renewed, where we don't feel lack. The Empress can also be very healing and nurturing. So this feels quite strongly like healing, going through a process of evaluating and healing this. That might be a message for some of you. But it does. The worst is soon going to be behind you, and that's the message with the Six of Swords. So that's what I'm getting in terms of relationships here, Aries. So I'm going to look at November now in terms of other areas. So the Seven of Pentacles. Again, for those of you who have been pursuing, especially if this was to bring financial recovery your way, these cards can talk about financial recovery. So for some of you, that might be that might be the answer that you need, because the Seven of Pentacles can be somebody who takes stock and evaluate. You know, they may be, you know, looking at their options or having pursued options, and they're wondering if they're going to be successful or not. This is the energy here of, again, what you've put energy and time into. Good things come to those that wait, but things aren't moving quickly for you. Now, that can be taking your time to evaluate your circumstances. For others of you, this is, I've really worked at this. Am I going to be successful? And again, the Hermit card and the Four of Wands is, this feels like momentary pauses here, where you have been guided on a path of healing here, and you're just wondering if there's going to be recovery, financial recovery for some of you, especially if that was the aim here. Queen of Pentacles is very good in terms of recovery. So she can be somebody who holds opportunity as well, can be a person in business, male or female, who holds an opportunity. She also represents abundance and somebody who can provide financially for themselves. So if this has been a period where you've had to rely on other people, for example, even been supported by family with the Ten of Pentacles, this is the energy here where there's recovery available to you. Very good in terms of money, career, finances. And if that was a theme for you, Aries, again, the Six of Swords represent, there is a little bit of stress, worry, anxiety in December, but it's quickly relieved and alleviated, where you put the worst behind you, and there's that huge sigh of relief, because this can be good news in the form of new abundance coming your way. The Page of Wands is good news, and it's very good in terms of opportunity. Along with the Empress, she can be the birth of something new. Very good also in terms of abundance, where you don't feel lack. So those are the messages that I'm getting. Now, I will also say, Aries, it could be you or somebody close to you. It could well be some kind of health condition in November and December, because this is, what do I do? We need to look at the options here of what we do next, how we move forward in this. With the Hermit and the Four of Swords, this can be very much linked to healing and getting your headspace clear in terms of how you're going to move forward and deal with this, or even waiting for people to advise you in terms of how you move forward and deal with this. Again, the Queen of Pentacles can be a great card of recovery. She's also very good in terms of a healing person. This can be, like I said, a naturopath, somebody, a natural healer, homeopathy. It could well be that you're connecting to that kind of person in this month, but can also be things like doctors, you know. So this can be an energy here where you might well be, you or somebody close to you, it might well be, we need to look at options here in terms of how we move forward and just get this resolved. And it might well be, you know, there's a little bit of stress associated with that here, Aries, but you're being told by Spirit, don't worry, the worst is going to be behind you in December. And there's just this huge sigh of relief where you embrace healing, but the worst of the healing is done. This is the energy of you're on the upward curve now and things move forward quite quickly. So if there are some kind of, I don't want to, you know, if there are some kind of like worries or stress, I mean, this could be sometimes when there's an operation needed or whatever. This is just the energy here of good news, again, where you start a brand new path, the creation of something new. So and that sense of renewal, you know, again, very healthy new energy here. So this feels like you might be dealing with that kind of process as well, Aries. So let's go into the other meanings of the cards. I just wanted to give you, again, the messages that are coming to me. The Seven of Pentacles can also be about investments. So it might well be for some of you, you might be looking at your savings, you might be looking at your pension, you might be looking at some investments. And this is about getting the practical details, getting all the information that you need. Could well be to make some investment. It might well be if you want to do something or invest in something, that could be buying a house, for example, or having some actual investments. This is, I don't know if I'm going to have enough or I can afford that. I need to really evaluate this and look at my options. So this can be that kind of energy. And the Hermit can be, when in doubt, go within. The illumination will come to you. This is always about finding answers, illumination, sometimes in the dark. Things that you might not be sure about in November, for example. The Hermit can be a great card. Yes, it's linked with healing. The Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit can be healers as well. But this can also be, for some of you, if you're not sure what to do about a situation here, where you're taking stock and evaluating whatever your life situation is. I mean, you know, Pentacles can be money, career, property, practical. It could be buying a car. It could well be investing in something, investing in your own business. You understand what I'm saying? This is the energy here where you might take some advice from a sage. You might take some advice from a wise person, somebody who you see as a wise person. Because this is that kind of energy. I'm going to go and ask, I'm not sure what to do. I need to get my head around it. I'm going to go and speak to this person because they're really wise and they'll give me the right advice. That is the energy here. So that's what I've got for you. And the other thing about that I want to mention about the Page of Wands. Page of Wands can be linked to, I've spoken about the news and the messages, and it can also be linked to new beginnings as well, exciting new beginnings. Now, the Page of Wands can be just where we want to give something a go. We just want to try something new. And it can be very enterprising. So regardless of what's going on here, it can be linked to, oh, I want to go and get a second job, or I want to, you know, try out this. Regardless of what's going on mainstream in your life, I'd like to try this project, or I'd like to try my hand at this, or it will be something that's creative. It will be something that is very akin to your natural talents, being a fire energy, the Page of Wands. This can be about being inspired to start something new, and you'd just be very excited and enthusiastic about it. That is the energy here. Whether it's love, romance, relationships, whether it's to do with a passion, whether it's to do with a hobby, whether it's to do with a second income stream. Again, whatever this is, Aries, it can just be, I really want to do this, or I want to do it, I'm going to go and try it. And it can be a little bit impulsive, but it promises real growth. This is an energy here of, you're going to get something out of it. And with the Six of Pentacles, in addition to everything that I've said here, Aries, the Six of Pentacles can be about moving from A to B. It's a card of change, but change for the better. So it can be moving from whatever your position was to a better position with the Six of Wands. It can be to do with moving or relocating. It might well be in the month of December, and again we have Christmas in December as well. You have a lot of traveling to do, so this can be about travel. That is the energy that I'm getting. And with the Empress, it could well be with a mother, because this can also be a mother being of influence. So this can sometimes be, I'm going to go and, you know, visit parents. This can be that kind of energy too. And with the Nine of Swords, whatever you're stressed about, worried about, and sometimes this can be just that sudden pang of stress, you know, it's not always about something that builds up. It can be about, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with this? What's going to happen? That can be this kind of energy with the Nine of Swords, where we just can't see the wood for the trees, where all of a sudden we encounter a stressful situation or something that worries us, or there's some uncertainty. You're kind of told here, actually, you realize you either deal with it and move on from it, or something that might worry you in December doesn't turn out to be an issue. So something might prey on your mind in December, but just know this, Aries, and maybe recheck back in with the energy if, you know, as you go through the next 3 months. This is the energy here of something might come in and worry you, but then you suddenly realize, oh, it fizzles out. I had nothing to worry about. Why did I get so worried and stressed? This is that kind of energy. So Aries, that's what I have for you. And really, whatever you encounter, the message is, yeah, you just put it behind you and things start moving forward in a very positive, uplifting way. So that's what I have for you for the next 3 months, Aries. They are long readings, but I like to get the messages that come to me out. Let's see what we have as a final message for Aries, please, angel spirits guides, for October, November and December 2022. Thank you. We have precious time. The Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So that is the energy here. Using your time well. That is what I have. That's what I have, Aries. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a lovely next 3 months, and I will see you next time.